draw the graphs for the distance time, displacement time and velocity time. So depending upon the graphical line, that is slope, that means the line which indicates the values between x-axis and y-axis. So that value represents how the object's motion. Okay. For suppose if we draw the graph for distance time, so distance time which is similar to the displacement time. Okay, consider both as a one. So if you draw the graph for displacement and time, remember time is always should be drawn on a x-axis. So this time and it is displacement. Okay, so the slope of displacement time graph gives velocity. So if you draw the slope, so whatever the shape, it is a straight line or any curved path, it gives the velocity. So here it is a straight line which is starting from the origin and it is a straight line. The slope, we calculate as the slope. The slope which gives the velocity. Slope gives us velocity. Why velocity? Because displacement by time. Displacement by time is nothing but velocity. Okay. So this slope, this in a displacement time graph, the slope gives velocity. Okay, and the slope of velocity time, So if you draw the graph for velocity and time, the slope in this graph which is starting from the origin. Okay, so this slope which gives, as we know, the velocity by time. What is velocity by time? Acceleration. Velocity by time is acceleration. Okay, and this area which is under velocity time graph. So area under velocity time graph. So the area under this velocity time graph gives that. This is what we call as displacement. So gives displacement. Okay. So the area under the velocity time graph gives the displacement. Area under velocity time graph gives the displacement, and the area under displacement time, acceleration time. If we draw the graph for acceleration and time, if we draw the graph, for suppose if the graph is like this, a line starting from the origin. So area under acceleration time graph, this area gives the velocity. So area under the acceleration time graph gives velocity. Here. So these are the main important 4 points regarding the graphs. Few more points. In this displacement time graph, the origin is starting from the 0. That means here its initial velocity u is 0, and the body is starting with uniform velocity when if the line is a straight line passing through the horizon in this case. Okay, in the displacement time graph, if the body is starting from the origin and the slope is a straight line like this. First one, uniform motion. First one is uniform motion. So in this uniform motion, if we draw the graph for velocity time graph, and here it is displacement time graph. Displacement time graph. Let's check a few points. So in this, the graph will be like this. If the graph will be like this, velocity time and displacement time. It is a straight line which is parallel to the x-axis, and which is parallel to the time. Okay. Here the velocity is on y-axis. The line is straight line. That means here the value is not exceeding or decreasing. Okay. Here the value is constant. So in this case, the velocity is equal to constant. In this case, the velocity is constant. Okay. But here, here the line is a straight line which is parallel to the x-axis, that is time. But here it is also a straight line. The straight line passing through the origin. Here at that time of 0. At the time of 0, s is equal to 0 when at the time of 0. So time 0, the distance or displacement traveled by the body is 0. Okay. So here when the time increases, the distance traveled by the body goes on increasing. That is equal to the time. So here it is uniform velocity. It is uniform velocity because of at the time 1 second the distance traveled by the body is 1. For suppose at the time 2 the distance traveled by the body is also 2 meters. 2 by 2 1. The time 3 the distance traveled by the body is also 3. 3 by 3 1. So here the velocity is constant. The velocity is constant. So in this case also the velocity is constant. Okay. Second case, uniformly accelerated motion. Uniformly accelerated motion. So in this uniformly accelerated motion, so here u is equal to 0. Let's check. Uniformly accelerated motion is t and it is v, velocity time graph. So here in this velocity time graph, the body is traveling from the origin O. Here v is equal to 0. In this case, v is equal to 0 when t is equal to 0. V is equal to 0 when t is equal to 0. So here you can get the equation v is equal to u plus at. By this we can get that v is equal to u plus at because of it is velocity time graph. The slope gives the acceleration. Here the body is starting from the origin, so that we can initially take that the initial velocity is 0. Okay. But here in the displacement time graph, if we draw the graph for this displacement time, for suppose the graph will be like this. So for that, here distance or displacement is goes on increasing. Displacement is goes on increasing. Why it is goes on increasing? Because at the time of t0, distance is also 0. At the time 0, here the distance is also 0. But here if the time increasing, within a short span of time, the distance traveled by the body goes on increasing rapidly. So in this case, the distance goes on increasing with respect to time. With respect to time. So after reaching some time, the body goes on increasing. So here in this velocity time graph, the acceleration is constant here. The acceleration is constant. Okay, next. So uniformly accelerated motion with u is not equal to 0. Uniformly accelerated motion with u is not equal to 0. Here in this case, the body does not have the initial velocity 0 because the graph indicates like this. It is also a uniformly accelerated body, but here the u is not equal to 0 because the slope is not starting from 0. So the body initial velocity is not 0, it contains some initial velocity. So it gives that equation v is equal to u plus at. Here there is a u value at some point. So here it may have some initial value. So it is also having the constant slope. The slope is a straight line, but it is not starting from the origin. It is not starting from the origin. Okay. Next, in the displacement time graph, initially the body has some displacement. Later on, from a particular position, the body finally reaches to 0. The body finally reaches to 0. So that means here at the time of 0, displacement of the body is 0. At the time of 0, the displacement of the body is 0. So here the slope is gradually increasing. So here we can apply the formula as is equal to ut plus half at square. As is equal to ut plus half at square. So you will get that from here. So in the previous case for the slope displacement time graph, so in the previous case, that is in the second point, there is also the slope will be like this. But related to that velocity time graph, the u is equal to 0 at that second point. So that's why here also you can apply s is equal to u plus half a square. So at u is equal to 0, so the whole term is 0. That's why we apply s is equal to half a square. Okay, but here in this case, in the velocity time graph related to the displacement time graph, here there is a initial velocity because the initial velocity of the body is not 0 because the straight line is not passing through the origin. Next, uniformly accelerated motion with u is not equal to 0. Same, with u is not equal to 0. Motion with u is not equal to 0. So same graph, velocity time. Here also we can apply v is equal to u plus at. So here it is also same graph, but the displacement initially it has some displacement value. It is the s0 value, s and time. So s0 means initially it has some displacement. Okay, so at the time of 0, here we can say that at time 0 s is equal to s naught. So s means distance, initially it has some distance, so the body traveled to some distance because it already has some initial velocity. Here initial velocity is not equal to 0. These graphs, I am saying that these graphs are related to both Vt graph is related to displacement time graph. That's why I am saying that here s is equal to ut plus half a square. Here u is not equal to 0 because that can be applied based upon this graph. Next equation, next graph. So next one, uniformly retarded motion. Uniformly retarded motion. Retarded motion. So uniformly retarded motion in the sense its velocity goes on decreasing. That means initially it has some velocity, time velocity. So it is u because the velocity goes on decreasing when the time goes on increasing. So suppose you are traveling on your bike with some speed, with some velocity. So suddenly if you want to stop the vehicle, your velocity should decrease. That is retarded body, uniformly retarded body. Okay. So here you are traveling with some speed. Suddenly if you want to stop, then you have to apply the brake, so the velocity becomes 0 after reaching some time. After reaching some time. So here also we can apply the formula v is equal to u plus at. V is equal to u plus at. But here the velocity goes on decreasing, so that v is equal to u minus at. U minus at for that velocity time graph. If we can compare that graph related to the displacement time. So here initially it has some. So at the time of 0, the distance traveled by the body is 0. So initially it does not have. Sorry, initially it does not have any distance. Okay. Here in this case, the u initial velocity u can't be 0. U is not equal to 0. Okay. Slope of displacement time graph at t is equal to t naught. So here at this place the t value considered as a t naught. So t naught means it has some time value. Next case, uniformly retarded and then accelerated in opposite direction. Uniformly retarded and then accelerated in opposite direction. In opposite direction. So uniformly accelerated. So uniformly retarded. Displacement, velocity, time. So uniformly retarded in the sense the graph will be like this. And then accelerated in opposite direction means the graph goes on increasing. So here initially it has some velocity u. At the time here we noted as a t naught. Time noted as t naught. While coming to the displacement time graph, the graph will be like this. Displacement time graph. The graph will be so parabola goes on increasing. So this time is known as t naught. The time is t naught. So in this time, at that time t is equal to t naught. T is equal to t naught. The velocity is equal to 0. In this case, here the velocity is 0, and then increases. At that particular time, the velocity is 0. At the time of t naught, the velocity is 0, and then increases. So at this time, particularly at this time, the slope of velocity time graph is also 0. At this time, slope of Vt is equal to 0 because the velocity and time at this t0 time, the velocity time both are comes to 0. Okay, so here coming to this displacement time graph. So here the velocity first decreases. So here at the time of starting the velocity goes on increasing. So up to here the velocity increases. Up to here the velocity increases. From here to here the velocity goes on decreasing. The velocity goes on decreasing and increases with the opposite. So after reaching the time 0, the velocity goes on increasing. The velocity goes on increasing. For that case, here in the displacement time graph, whatever it is, in the displacement time graph, if the graph is parabola, right, like this, if the graph is like this, then we have to apply the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. Ut plus half at square. S is equal to ut plus half at square. So if it is a straight line, that depends upon either accelerated or retarded. If it is accelerated, that means if the graph is like this, then we have to apply v equal to u plus at. The graph is like this, then we have to apply v equal to u minus at. V is equal to u minus 8. That depends upon the graph. Here the graph will be like this, x and y. So 0, 10, 20, 30 and 40. So the graph will be like this, A and B. A and B. So what would be the points for this graph? Here it is distance and it is time. Let's say the time is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What would be the point? Here A and B are traveling with the displacement time graph. So velocity. So A and B are traveling with same velocity. But here B is 20 meters in front of A. In front of A. Or in front of, we call as ahead of A. Or A is 20 meters behind of B. In any way we can check this, right? So B is 20 meters ahead of A, or A is 20 meters behind of B. Next, here uniform motion. We have to select that uniform motion. Here 4 graphs are given: A, B, C and D. So uniform motion. So speed, time, speed, time, speed, time. And the graphs are like this. So what would be the uniform motion? So the motion should be uniform. So here, if you observe each graph, 0, here it is the velocity and it is the time. If you observe this, the velocity increases with respect to the time. As the time increases, velocity increases. As the time increases, velocity increases. Here, from this 4 graphs, we have to find out the constant velocity. Uniform motion. Uniform motion. Okay, that is not constant. Uniform, same. That is constant, right? So here, if you observe this graph, at the time 0, it has some speed, and up to some time the speed is constant, later on it is 0. Up to some time, the time it is up to here, the speed is constant, and then the speed is 0. If you observe this case, so here at the time of 0 or at the time of particular time t0, it has some velocity. As the time increases, the velocity goes on decreasing. As the time increases, the velocity goes on decreasing. Okay. So if you observe B, here as the time increases, the velocity is constant. The velocity is not changing. So at the time 0, V is V. The time t0, same point. The time t2, same point. t3, same point. t4, same point. So here in this case, the body does not changing its position. Okay. So if you observe, so in this case it is constant speed, it is uniformly, both comes as same once. Right. Here the velocity is constant. So option B is correct. The velocity is constant. So from these diagrams, an object is in uniform motion and the object coming to rest suddenly. If you observe the photographs, it is uniform accelerated motion. It is constant velocity and the velocity goes on decreasing. Comes to rest suddenly, which means with constant velocity and comes to rest suddenly. So it is the correct answer. So in this way we can find out that